Right, and we're back. Welcome back to my studio. Today we're going to do an awesome cook-up. So I'm going to start picking up some keys, and the keys that I've been using were in Morphine, but today I want to try something different. I want to try and see if I can get some nice lush keys in Harmor. So let's see what kind of keys I can use here. I'm going to go into the presets and go into keyboard, and there's this preset called Moonlight EP. Let me know down below if you've used this patch before. Ooh, sounds good, sounds good. So now let me drop my tempo to like 120. I know sometimes I usually go lower than this, but today, in today's video, I wanna, turn it up a little bit more, but still keep it deep. So the tempo is a little bit higher. So my metronome on, let me see if I can record this. Let me quantize them. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this plugin, and then I'm gonna go back into it. And the art of voice, what is that? Do you hear this thing? Wow, that's an amazing sound. That sounds super good. Here's the thing, I'm using these stock plugins to show you that you can still make amazing music with stock sounds. It's just about how you compose. That's all that is. All those fancy plugins, it's all good and everything, but if you use stock plugins correctly and you compose in a nice way, you'll be able to make nice music no matter the plugin that you're using. You just have to enjoy the music and play it nicely. Okay, so I just recorded that sound. That as I was playing the track, I just pressed R and then I just pressed record, and I just dropped it an octave lower. So I'm also just gonna clone this sound again. Okay, so I found this patch that is called Floating Clouds. Let me see if I can create a layer of these chords. Okay, I think that sounds good, and I'm gonna send that to a mixer track like that, and then I'm gonna throw on Effector to it, and I think I'm gonna do the same with the Moonlight EP so that they duck, because obviously I want to add a little bit of space for the kick when it comes through. I still can't get over that voice because I was going bop, bop. That sounds super chill. 60% of people that watch my content are not subscribed, so please make sure to subscribe down below. If you love house music and if you're a fan of house music, just take a few seconds to just hit the big red button down below. I'd really appreciate it, and also drop a like while you're down there. Now let's continue with the video. Okay, I found this sound that I think I can use. It actually sounds good in the track. I'm gonna record that. I'm gonna keep that, and I'm gonna quantize these notes, and then I'm gonna delete all of these. I don't need these, and I'm just gonna bring these back like that. And I'm gonna pan that to the left, and then I'm gonna clone this sound again. Sometimes when you use one plugin for a whole beat, some of the sounds you can use them as placeholders, and then you can always swap them out later on. But just in the composition phase, you can use whatever sounds you find in the moment, but you can always like swap them out later if you want to. That's something that I do. Okay, now let's go back into these plugins and let's see what else we can use. Maybe a bell. But some of these bells don't sound nice at all. Let's drop an octave. That kind of sounds cool. That sounds cool, but you know what? I think I'm gonna delete that note there and I'm just gonna keep it on that D. Now let's go into some bass and see if we can throw in a bass line. And again, I'm still gonna use the same plugin, so I'm gonna duplicate. So I'm just making this track and composing it in the confines of this one plugin, just so I can see how far I can take it and see what I can do. I don't want to make it like an obvious bass line, so I'm gonna add like layers of bass. What the hell? Who would use that? That sounds good. I'm gonna quantize that. Okay, so now I think I need to add like something that has a lot of sub frequency, something with a lot of bottom end. It doesn't have a lot of low end. Let's try the analog bass. Ooh, that kind of slaps. So I think I'm gonna copy the pattern that's on this neuro bass. Let's hear how they sound together. And just for control, I'm just gonna pan either like both of them to the slightly to the left and slightly to the right, just to create some space. And then now what we can do is we can move on to some drums. I think we have a good composition here. I think it's sounding okay. And we can add some color to the patterns. And I'm gonna go into my XDizzle Mega House Percussion Pack. Links are down below. And I'm gonna use this sound right there to accompany the kick when I drop in the kick. And I'm gonna look for a kick that I can use. I think I like this kick 9 here. I think it's super soft and I'm gonna trim it. And I'm just gonna cut the tail off a little bit so that the other ones can fit. Then I'm gonna do that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the stock packs in drums audio and I'm gonna look for a rim shot. Now let's listen to this track. I just did a little bit of some arrangement.